Oh, okay. I am, this is like 7 times I've tried to make this video. I'm about to skin a cat who is being very, very needy of attention right now. And so am I. I need some attention too. Well, I'm making this video because I had a real breakdown in communication at work today, and it was very upsetting on a lot of levels, and that's what I wanted to share. I share this. I'm preaching to the choir, but I am talking to my neurodiverse community. But I also want people who are neurotypical, if they're watching this, to kind of understand and try to explain it to you in the best way possible. To both of you, of course, but I mean both groups. Yeah, I yelled at him, so he's like, "You're okay, buddy. You're just really, really pushing buttons, and my buttons have already been pushed pretty hard today." Yeah. You want to come up here? All right, come here. You want to come up? All right. I don't know where to begin. I guess it doesn't matter how communication broke down and what exactly happened there. But I realized it's the first time. Okay, that's the second time it's happened. First time it happened before I knew I was autistic. And that was a big factor in me going, something is really, really, really wrong here. Something else. That was the start of me looking into Asperger's syndrome as part of what was going on. And I'm still not sure how all that came together, to be honest with you. I mean, I know I can tell you what, like 4 years prior to that, I had talked with a coworker, or a coworker was talking about her son and what they were doing for remediation for, getting him to understand socialization and communication, some of those things. And while she talked about him, I've got this deep connected feeling, or something was going on. I'm like, yeah, this sounds really, 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 this feels really, really, really familiar. Anyway, I reflected back on that when this first communication breakdown happened. Well, this is the second one, but this time I've had 8 or 9 months to examine a lot of my past and realize, this one, I've been thinking about masking a lot. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you. I got these. This is Halloween now, but I just thought I'm going to use these somehow. I guess these are you can't see this one very well, can you? I should put this one on. Yes. These are sort of symbolic to me, and this is why I actually kind of got them. There was as much for me as they were for. But masking. I look back at my life, and I see how much, when I first heard about masking, it was always so that you fit in, and I have this thinking, I was fitting in, I must have been masking. And the truth of it is, I still wasn't fitting in. I wasn't fooling anybody. I mean, other than the plastic smile, I guess in some way, that's part of the neurotypical social structure. As long as you're smiling, everybody's worried about, is everything cool? That's kind of what brings me to the point of what sort of broke down, I guess, today. Was that, being autistic, I'm understanding we are direct. It's just who we are. I mean, it's not. I mean, if I'm in a hurry and it's it bothers me that, I didn't go into detail about what was going on. But anyway, it's okay now. I talked about specifically the incident. But when I came back to the office and sat down, it all sort of hit me how this is all related to the autism. And I was going to go back either today or in the future here and talk with her about maybe she could understand more. Maybe part of it because I was just so damn tired. It did. I was just emotionally. I don't know if, to have someone come at you, it's not what she did. But to have someone say something that is so far out of your, it's not in your thoughts at all, that somebody would come and say, I didn't think you wanted to talk with me the way you were acting. It's like the way I was acting, anyway. So I came back to the office and I started thinking about it and thinking about talking to her about it and trying to explain to her. And the more, and I was like, oh, I'll talk about it this way. No, then she'll take it this way, or that won't get to her, and she won't understand that. And I'll talk about this. No, that's not. And I just kept thinking, and I've realized this on certain levels, that nobody's going to understand what a person autistic is feeling and going through. And I guess we could say that about any person. We don't know what any person is really feeling and going through. But I think it's especially true between two people that are different neurotypes, These are finger people, by the way. They really are. I sign. You have like, it's George looking at Mary and, oh, George. I'm tired, and I get this way, I get tired. Okay, I'm going to bed early. Never waking up. But the more I thought about it, the one thing I felt so blessed and still do is that I went my whole life not being able to know who I was. And there's an emptiness there. There's a incomplete part of you that you need to build the rest of you build your life on, and it was not there. So I've been so happy to find that peace, and I feel like I can finally start building my life. But then this other side came out of all this, and that is just how unexplainable, how unimaginable it must be for someone neurotypical to get in our heads. And I think it's the other way around too. That's one reason I really want to do these videos, is I want to get out there with neurotypical people and neurodiverse people and start comparing notes and start telling stories so that we can get some insights into what each other thinks and what each other really feels. And I know I could pour my heart out into this, and it still isn't going to come through to somebody neurotypical what it is I'm feeling in here. But it's the exact thing. I know that everybody neurodiverse feels, and what they've lived and they've gone through. So I don't know what to do at work. I know I can talk with her, but I guess I'm saying, will it do any good? I guess you're better to, it's better to try and fail than never to try at all. I don't know. I'm going to have to think that one through again, too. Right? But to those who are neurotypical, I guess I say this, and that is, for those of you that think that we don't feel, that we can't empathize, we may misunderstand. Maybe you define that as not being able to empathize, that I can't always be connected to what you're thinking 100% of the time, but we're connected 100% of the time on a completely different level. Maybe that's the conflict. Maybe that's what's not, how deeply we feel, how hard we try, how much energy it takes. And I don't feel, I don't, I don't, I don't think I look autistic. No, I don't feel autistic. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't feel different. I don't feel like there's something, like I have an eye here in my forehead or something. I just wish we could find a way to convey to those who are neurotypical what it was like being neurodiverse. I don't know how else to do it but to tell our stories, to talk like this, and say, what I went through, I was completely shocked. We're torn between being ourselves, expressing the way being who we are. I mean, if I did that in front of a room full of people who are neurodiverse, I wouldn't be making this video. You know what I mean? I mean, it would have been like, yeah, okay, I mean, maybe there's this connection. There's such a strong connection that we understand, and this may be true of the neurotypical too. Maybe there's this connection there, and all the right buttons are pushed, because we know language isn't what's verbally said. I mean, 100%. It is. I forget what the percentages are, but it's mostly body language. It is how I express, and I will admit, what I was expressing today was agitation, because I was busy. I was in the middle of something, but she wanted to take it to the other extreme. It's like it's black and white. There's no gray. Anyway, 12 minutes in. It's draining. I'm tired. I'm upset. I'm confused. I feel all those feelings that we felt as a child. Just strong. It's no wonder we pull back, isn't it? It's no wonder we don't want to socialize. We don't want to get out there, get kicked in the teeth again, Well, I feel for all of you. All of you are neurotypical, neurodiverse, because in all we haven't cornered the market in crappy days, crappy feelings. Well, we might have some of those markets cornered. We just might, But I don't know what the answer is. I know everyone would like to know what that answer is. And we know we can't give up looking for that answer. And I think communication, getting information out there, talking about how we feel. I was going to call these segments Autism Inside Out. I think that kind of explains how I'm feeling now, what I think we need to do. I guess I'm done. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what I've said almost. But anyway, I don't know how to even end this. thank you, I guess, for watching. And please leave comments. Neurotypicals especially. I don't know how many neurotypicals are seeing this. Eventually, hopefully, we'll get more and more people watching. Another day in the life of autism, huh, folks? But I will say this, I am still so glad to know. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm way far into this, so good day.